I am so delighted you have joined us for another seminar from Mind, Character, and Personality, Book 1. We are now focusing on Chapter 7, which is entitled Disease That Begins in the Mind. Far too little thought is given to the real reasons why our death rate are escalating so rapidly. Why are there so many diseases that the doctors seemingly can't cure? Why has our society sunk to this new low with violence and immorality everywhere? The human race is rapidly deteriorating. Sickness of the mind prevails everywhere. Our doctors now need more than human wisdom to be able to care for the many perplexing cases of disease of the mind, the heart, which they are now called upon to deal with. The relationship which exists between the mind and the body is very intimate. When one is affected, the other sympathizes. The condition of the mind affects the health of the entire physical system. If the mind is free, if the mind is happy, it creates a cheerfulness that will affect the entire system, which causes freer circulation of the blood and toning up of the entire body. The blessing of God is a healing power, and those who happily share and benefit others will realize that incredible blessing in both heart and life. So the question remains, why do we have so many diseases? Let's look at 6 points. Number 1, firstly, we must nourish our brain. The brain is the organ and the instrument of the mind that controls the entire body. In order for the other parts of the system to be healthy, the brain must be healthy. And in order for the brain to be healthy, one of the first things we need to do is correct our eating and drinking habits. Eat wholesome foods. Drink lots of water. Number 2, be content. Be cheerful. A contented mind and a cheerful spirit is healthy to our bodies. Disease is sometimes produced and is often made worse by our imagination. Many persons who now lie on their beds as invalids would get well if only they were positive in their thinking. I can walk again. I can beat this. Simple things like believing and imagining that you will get sick if you're exposed to the night air can cause you to actually get sick. The evil effect is produced because it is expected. Many die from disease, the cause of which is entirely imaginary. And that's so sad. Courage, hope, faith, sympathy, love, all of these promote health and prolonged life. Proverbs 17 verse 22 says, a merry heart, a rejoicing heart, doeth good like a medicine. Number 3, do not hold grudges, do not harbor anger, discontent, selfishness. All of these have a harmful effect on our bodies. The body is influenced by the mind, and likewise the mind by the body. Willpower, self-control. Both of these have important roles to play in the recovery of health. God has given each one of us the power of choice. We must choose to receive that life-giving power found in just being cheerful, unselfish, expressing gratitude for all we have. Don't focus on what you don't have. Ellen White says, in journeying, I have met many who were really suffering because of their imaginations. They lacked the willpower to rise above and fight disease of the body and mind. And therefore they were held in suffering and bondage. Even our children must be taught to not eat or participate in anything that will cause problems for them health-wise. Teach them that the development of a sound mind in sound bodies is of the utmost importance. Another reason for ill health, number 4. Do not press our children too hard and too early. We need to take another look at how seriously our aspirations for our children's educational progress can affect their health. The most delicate organ of the body is the brain, and it can be permanently damaged or injured by too much stress, too much pressure. As ambitious parents, we sometimes pressure our children to study and study to ensure that they have above average grades, and some children can't handle it. Some have a strong constitution or makeup and they can survive the pressure placed upon them, but for many, they will carry the effects of it through their life. The pressure sometimes causes the nervous energy in the brain to become so weakened that even when the children are grown, it is impossible for them to endure mental exercise. Number 5, make others happy. Many are diseased physically, mentally, and morally because their attention is turned almost solely to themselves. Very few realize the benefits of the care, the responsibility, and the experience that children bring to the family. Care and affection for children helps to remove the roughness from our nature and should make us tender and sympathetic. If we don't have children, be sure to find some other way to give to others. We should not live for ourselves. Strive to show thoughtfulness for others. Be a blessing. Number 6, and this is the last point, cultivate cheerfulness. Depressing emotions are harmful to our health. Do not constantly think about the sorrows and the troubles. We will sacrifice our health and happiness if we dwell on things conjured by our gloomy, dark, and moody imaginations. Many of us will experience things that are not pleasant, but never should our countenances wear a continual frown, which more plainly than words expresses our discontent. Let us recap the things we ought to be practicing so as to prevent disease of the mind. Number 1, eat and drink healthy foods. Number 2, be content. 3, do not hold grudges. Do not harbor anger, discontent, and selfishness. 4, do not pressure or stress our children too hard and too early with studying. Number 5, make others happy. And number 6, the final, cultivate cheerfulness. With that said, being sad and anxious will not remedy anything that has gone wrong, but if prolonged, it will bring great harm. On the other hand, the cheerfulness and hope, while they not only brighten another person's life, but according to Proverbs 4:22, it says, they are life to those who find it and health to all that their flesh. That is, it brings healing to the whole body. So let your homes be a place where love dwells, a place where the angels delight to stay, where the sunshine, the love, the cheer, and happiness enters your heart. Manifest a kind, patient spirit. The atmosphere created will be to our children and others what the air and the sunshine are to the plants, promoting health and vigor of mind and body. May God bring healing as we implement these steps that will improve our health. Thank you and God bless.